Hey, it's Chris here on my channel, and today is May 18th of 2025. Yep, today this is my second week. This was my first week. Well, this will be my 1 week anniversary of me living in this new home. Yes, if you probably know in the last week's video, I did a video of me of leaving New York to Florida. This because I miss New York so much. But the problem with New York is the rents are very high, very too much money, like thousands of dollars of rent, and apartments are just costing too much money, and lots of homeless people are down. Yeah, a lot of people are homeless in New York because of there were people are camping all around the city, which is not a good sign. But it's been worse than since the 70s. If you cannot believe New York City is now the worst city ever in comparing to like homeless people who lived in the city for the first. This was like the first time since the 70s that New York has been not a good sign. But yeah, for homeless people. But yeah, it's not like it's really good because the issue is the rent costs. The rent, the houses and apartments are way too high, and so yeah, it was astronomically high. And yeah, this is why I got out of New York, and right here, and here's the thing. Um, a few days ago, like last week, or probably over the weekend, we probably a few days ago, we went to the DMV or whatever it is. I went to the Social Security, and I got my first official identification card, and my first identification, got a new key, and I'm not a New Yorker anymore. I'm not a New York person anymore. So I'm a Floridian person, rather being a New York person. But I miss being in New York right up north because I miss the flowers, the trees, the mountains, and the city, whatever. I miss everything because over the last 37 years and then 25 years at the house, I missed it so bad. But I'm glad. I would hope to say it's been a long run, and now I'm here in this new room right now, and with my parents. And of course, there's going to be a lot of changes coming to here because over the past week, me and my parents was discussing about not to buy any more physical media. But I just know this is like, yeah, it's kind of frustrating. I always enjoyed watching stuff on DVD, VHS, vinyl records, and all that. I always enjoyed getting these stuff online or everything like that. But now there's going to be a lot of changes here. So as of today, I decided to not to buy. I'm not to buy any more stuff because I always want to get storage for this thing so I can stack up and all that stuff. But don't worry, I'm not giving up on that. I will buy this on occasionally because religiously I will go on either eBay or Amazon. I would precisely I will go on eBay religiously. I will order some stuff, but I'm just trying to stay away from it. But I was trying to avoid like this because I don't want my mom to get mad or whatever it is. But I just wanted to let you know this is going to be a bigger change, which is coming because hopefully there's going to be a lot of changes here. So as of today, I decided to give this thing a break because I decided to give this thing a rest. But don't worry, I will still buy DVDs, Blu-rays, VHS. Sometimes I could get a VHS or a Betamax or something occasionally. I don't want to get cluttered in my room because I was straightening this room up a lot because my parents told me about not to make messes in my room. But I'm just wanted to let you know I was trying to tidy up a bit, get all the stuff going, and all the stuff. I think I have one, but the rest of my stuff that would go to my brother's garage. You know, my brother's house lives about 10 minutes away from here, so I know we helped packed and then going into the garage, which I haven't showed you the video of it yet. So I'm just gonna look at it because this is why I always want to make. So I have to have lesser stuff, but I just wanted to tell you. But the big problem is I like it, but all the stuff like this, I just put it aside. So I don't want if there's one I have in the garage, if there's a lot of reel to reel tapes or in the garage somewhere, or VHS tapes I have in my brother's garage. Yeah, because our garage is a little hot, so I had to move, straighten the stuff, and yeah, when we helped it, it started to pile up and started to clutter. I had to declutter the entire thing once I get more new storage stuff to get until I have to get straightened up a lot. These reel to reel tapes, these are not going to go anywhere, but I'm not giving up these, including the 8-track recorder. Don't worry, I will still get it, but I'm not gonna do this anytime soon. But this is a big change, and these are my other equipment. This is a Panasonic PV945H, which I did a demonstration on this. This is my Technics cassette deck. All works, but this is actually a Sony Betamax SLHF 450. It looks working perfectly, and the equipment, but I'm not sure if this works or not. I'm just gonna keep all the old equipment here because, and the rest of these are gonna be in there. But hopefully, we'll have to get this thing for decoration. This is just for decorative purposes. So I had a fun time, but it's been a great week doing a lot of stuff. I went to the pool, and I went to the pool all day today. I was trying to give a little bit of a break here because once I did this one, because I just wanted to show you guys. Here's one I have not seen. This is this is mine called. This is a Sony TV. This is actually a model number. Yeah, it's got a Roku on it, but let me see if I have what model number is this. If you can tell, this one is a KDL 52XBR9, and I don't know who made the manufacturer on this thing. It's made, this was made October 2009. This is from 2009, and it was manufactured October 2009. Yeah, just 4 months after after all the television stations that stopped carrying all the analog TV stations pulled the plug completely as of June 12th, 2009. That was back in June 12th. Just 4 months after the analog television stations did kind of ceased operations when it was replaced with DTV programming, digital. Yeah, they went from kind of like analog to after that transitioning from analog to digital. If you saw the video if you have ever watched the video on the final analog TV sign-offs and transition to the digital format, when you see a snowy picture, yeah. If you haven't watched the video, there are a bunch of videos on YouTube now doing the these final analog broadcasts and all this stuff after before the transitioning to digital. But anyways, if you have not watched this, check it out. So I found this one today. Since I was taking a break from buying DVDs, Blu-rays, VHS, or whatever you call this, I went to Amazon Prime Video. This is Amazon Prime Video right now. I'm using it right now. Sometimes I was only going to get like a card or something when I buy stuff. Either an iTunes card or Amazon card or something like that. Oh, yes. There's actually... Oh, my gosh. The movie... Oh, yeah. I just wanted to say... This is Cinderella with Camila Cabello. Yeah, it's worse than Snow White. Yeah, if you have seen the video on YouTube, there's... Yeah, I just wanted to say... Cinderella is really worse than Snow White with Rachel Zegler. Yeah, that one's really bad, but yeah, it's worse than Snow White. I want to go to my stuff. There's stuff that I already purchased. First up, here's one. Instead of buying a DVD or Blu-ray, here's what I got. I downloaded from Amazon Prime Video. This was my first time I bought a digital copy. I went from buying physical copies to digital copies. This is where I always want to get. I got Mufasa the Lion King. And, yep, there it is. I'm going to show you. This is like, yeah, you can go out and buy digital copies for yourself rather than buying VHS. You see that? This is better than buying a VHS tape or something. And this one is The Little Mermaid, the bonus X-ray edition. I did not buy it on DVD. It has Halle Berry. Yeah, the movie was good. I like that one better. So I was trying to find other movies. I think I have all of the Disney films, but I'm just want to show you I'll give you a list of all the films that I have, but this is what I don't want But here's your Cinderella in the Caribbean. There's a bunch of stuff I always want to show you guys. Cinderella Man. There's also Cinderella plus bonus content. Yeah, you can buy those for about $20. It's okay. You have to start saving enough money with the iTunes card. But plus, you got some old Disney films. You have to have a list of Disney films on there. You can get those online. You can buy those or anything like that. You have to start saving enough money, unless you have to get, rather than buying on eBay or whatever you call it, you can buy digital copies. Or you can check out, oh yeah, Home. I'm sorry, I switched Home. Sorry. I'm using Roku right now. I'm using my Roku Express. I think it's better than the Fire TV stick, because the Fire Stick is pretty old. It's kind of worn out. It's kind of aging out. So I I ended up getting that. This is my last item at Heather Lane, and this is one of those ones I picked up for other purposes. We can do, some, if you want to search it online. That's good. Maybe you can try, maybe just type in Looney Tunes, or you can try finding some other stuff. Oh, you can try you can try Looney Tunes instead. There you got a whole bunch of these, plus Bugs Bunny and those other ones. Yeah, you can still get them, but just more animated family fun. There was our cartoon classics. These are all a whole bunch of stuff in there. Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries. There's Baby Looney Tunes. There's Bah Humduck. There's Bugs Bunny in there. But there's actually, it says this video is currently unavailable. Well, you can still get it on online. Maybe what happened was last month, Max removed a whole bunch of stuff in there. All right, I apologize. I know. Sorry for interrupting. Yes, about last month, Max actually removed a whole bunch of Looney Tunes stuff all over there. Since first it was in January, then March. Yeah, if you watched that video, if you saw that one, because, I know people are going to buy it on physical media. And guess what? Physical media is about to be dead. It is kind of going to do well because why are they not bringing back all these cartoon stuff? They only got Me TV Tunes because we don't have Me TV Tunes here in my area, because my area here down in Florida, where I live, does not pick up Me TV Tunes. Spectrum, because we have Spectrum Cable right here, because they don't have Me TV Tunes. Yeah, I tried going to Friendly. When I subscribe it, my parents told me to unsubscribe it because it's a waste of money. Like $7.99 a month? Come on. I want them for free. I mean, we want Me TV Tunes for free. I like it better than Boomerang. Now I'm stuck with Boomerang. Now I can watch Boomerang, whatever. I watch all these Bugs Bunny cartoons are on there, but yeah, I can still watch it. But okay, well, unless we can get, next month is Looney Tunes Collector's Choice Volume 1, I'll buy it, man. I'll get it because I want that to add to my collection. One day I might get all the Looney Tunes stuff on VHS, Betamax, and I want to add to this collection. So I have to do is bring it over to my brothers. All the stuff, all these Looney Tunes VHS tapes, and all the Disney VHS tapes I have, they're in my brother's garage. I hope they moved out or anything because I remember when we do earlier today when me and my parents are discussing about how to straighten up all the stuff. You had to do is bring all the stuff like board games and things over to my brother's house in the garage. Like I said, it's 10 minutes away. But I have to say, it's like, actually it was 10 minutes away. I wonder one day in a couple of years if they could sell off the house, maybe we can do is bring it over here next door. Maybe if they sell the house over there, I don't know, sometime in the near future, if someone will sell off if someone will leave, if they sell off the house for sale, they can put it next door if they pull my stuff next door. So anyways, or you can buy a storage thing. You have to do is buy some sort of a storage thing. You got to do is like those little shed. You could buy a shed up there so you can get all the stuff here, but hopefully it will not. I don't want it to be cluttered. So that's all I have to say. This is see, I have all the equipment that I have to save. So this is the one I'm doing this right now. And there you go. I just wanted to let you know this is my first anniversary. This is my first 1 week anniversary of living in this house. And the whole week it was very hot outside. It feels like summer. But it's like in the 90s. It's like nice days. It was like hot days. I went to the pool. It was gorgeous. I mean, so it was gorgeous then. Yeah, it was nice in the pool. But anyways, we had a great time. I put the music in, and there you go. I'm also be working on fixing this machine. I have to get more reel-to-reel tapes in here, so I have to get this thing to work. But hopefully, yeah, that right channel looks like it's been lowered down because I don't know what happened. It might be a bad tube or a bad output capacitor, or it might be a bad electrolytic capacitor. We'll have to think about one day. I'll have to replace one of those caps. I have to recap all this to make it nice and it sounds beautifully well. And of course, this is when I got this back in maybe back in February when I did a video on this. This was like my last reel-to-reel machine that I have up in New York. This was the last reel-to-reel tape recorder that I got when I'm in New York. But hopefully, we'll have to work on fixing and restoring that. Hopefully. And also, I have to fix this other machine, the other one on the side, and I have not worked on it yet. So I had to fix the heads, and all the stuff needs to be put together. Maybe they'll do some recording tests or anything. If not, we can put it in my brother's house, hopefully, after I finish up my work. This is actually perfect, so I hope I've been using my Sony TC-105A reel-to-reel tape recorder for quite some time. It still plays perfectly. I know the left channel head, it looks pretty worn. I don't know why it's happening to this thing. So I'm thinking about maybe you can fix it and do it again. Hopefully we will do that at some point. We will have like some sort of a room for that one because I hope anybody who's watching this video would love to see it coming because this is definitely, I expect to say, this is the one video that I want to wish that if I can do it. All right. What about the day the Earth blew up? Yeah, I haven't got it on digital yet, so I'll have to get it on DVD when it comes out later this year. I haven't seen this movie. This is something I'm looking forward to watch it sometime. But this is actually going to be good. Yeah, it's got all the stuff in here because I know, and like I said, that Max remove but the big problem is that. In addition to the removals of all the stuff from the streaming platform from what was called Max, but now they announced that they're reverting it back to HBO Max for the first time since 2022, when it was HBO Max, when they dumped HBO and then they made Max. It was a stupid idea for a streaming platform. So they got rid of all that. Looney Tunes, all the Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, and a bunch of other characters from this platform. But that was just terrible. That was a dumb decision. They had to take. They removed everything. A lot of people or fans were criticizing that they want the Looney Tunes to come back, but hopefully when this summer, I hope it will support to bring the bring Looney Tunes back. But look, the Looney Tunes shows on Tubi, and Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries are also on Tubi, as well as Duck Dodgers. But I hope one of these days it will be on like other platforms. It will show up anytime soon. But I wish if maybe this summer, maybe they're gonna bring back if they're gonna bring back HBO Max to revert if Max should revert it back to HBO Max, they could bring the Looney Tunes back to restore them back to its platform. But I hope I hope it'll support this thing because this is just ridiculous. Yeah, this is why I have not been posting, I have not talked about this in the last month or probably 2 months or so since they removed a whole bunch of freaking cartoons these days. I always like to watch it. I want to watch it, but sometimes I will go on maybe some illegal pirating things. You can watch them on mostly on another site. But yes, I still have it on Blu-ray. I wish if I could go out and get one of these. It looks like Voodoo was renamed to Fandango at Home. I can buy the entire set for like 38. I can have the save. I have to make $40 for it so you can download the whole series. This is going to be more like this. I will still. Don't worry. We'll still get them at some point. All right. So I'm just going to I'm using Roku, but hopefully we'll have to wait and see what happens once I have to buy digital copies of them. So at some point, there's a bunch of streaming services. People will still buy DVDs, but sometimes I would buy DVDs, vinyl records religiously because I don't want that stuff to be cluttered. That's just according to my parents. That we have to scale back on buying stuff online. We'll have to do is what we're gonna do. We could go to like streaming. We can go to other streaming platforms like Sling, Plex, Disney Plus, Max, or what's soon to become HBO Max, which will be reverting it back. I mentioned before. It still says Max because this summer they're gonna revert it back to HBO Max. There's Peacock, there's Paramount Plus, Hulu, or Pluto TV. There's a bunch of all the stuff in here. When you go to Disney Plus, I know it is loading up, so I'm just gonna bear for a few minutes if you want. If you want to go to this is an option to if you want to have it. If you want, don't worry. I don't want to subscribe to Disney Plus. We have Disney Plus, but hopefully we'll watch it first. Then you can buy a digital copy somewhere because I don't want that to clutter up all this. Yeah, because forget cluttering the VHS or Betamax, DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever. So if you want to do it, like what Mom told me, I have to do a trade-off because this is going to be a trade-off deal because I'm going to be working on this because as soon as I can, I just ordered storage bin for this because these are empty storage bins. These are going to be straightened up a little bit so I can do some typing. We can lower it down to a couple of things we can do. And then we're going to trade off. Maybe we'll do it like a weekly basis or something. These cassettes, I have blanks in here because these I have not recorded on. We'll show a cassette collection. We'll do like a video on showing all the collections that I think I'm doing because I have not shown my cassette collections just yet. It's going to take longer. It's going to take some time unless you can do a little bit of things. All right, this is Disney Plus once again. And I know if you're watching this video, I think it's something we need to do because the streaming stuff is not really the best way to do it. You can watch all the films you get. You can watch all the movies you want. We could wait till it's any minute now. It's logging in. All right, I have to log it in, hopefully. Wait, you have to sign up now? No. Forget Disney Plus. I'm going to freaking Amazon Prime Video and get those. I mean, I like Amazon Prime Video than streaming service. And you know what? Someone's gonna care, because there's last year they did a stupid password sharing crackdown. That you gotta sign up like a one-time code, like they get an additional amount. That's a waste of money. I don't want to go to freaking Paramount Plus or Netflix, whatever. I'll have to ask my mother to see if there's anything that let me know if I have to do this before. I will go. I prefer Amazon Prime Video or Apple TV. That's all your choices. These are my choices. But I would like to see Disney Plus going free. But let me see. It's gonna do this for some reason. When I put Sling on this thing, it's going to be more of a thing that's going to be gone completely berserk. This is Sling. You know, people are going to subscribe to streaming services like this. That's no way. I can go out and, if I have a card, if I want to go out and buy an iTunes card, I would like to get this. I would love to buy or download or buy stuff on Amazon Prime Video. But let me see if there's anything up to par with this, because this is something I always want to get. Looking forward to it. I'll have to make a list of all these Disney movies that are on physical media, or something I can put it on a digital platform. This will be doing like, yeah, I like Amazon Prime Video, but anyways, there's some My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. There's a whole bunch of stuff around here, but there's something I have to do. I'm just gonna play a couple of 10-second clip. Yeah, I don't want to get into copyright issues here, because okay, I don't want to watch a little clip right here, because all right, sorry guys. So I'm not gonna watch that clip because I don't want to go into any copyright troubles here. So anyways, I just wanted to share. There's a couple of other things. These are all free stuff. You know, Sling free stream is all free stuff. There's a whole bunch of free content, but especially Amazon Prime Video has free stuff. But in the streaming hub, you could buy like six. Yeah, you can't buy those like $5.99, $9.99. Yeah, that's a waste of money. I'm not buying that. But unless when I get a job, I will pay money or something when I get a job, or if we have stuff like this. This is getting worse. But Friendly TV, like I said when I did it yesterday, when I tried Me TV Tunes, it was okay, but then it was great. But then my mother told me I wanted to use Friendly TV as a free trial, but then all of a sudden he told me not to subscribe to that because I had to cancel it because I don't need Friendly TV. But you know what? We should go out and get DVDs or something. There's a bunch of other channels I always want to go to, but let's get to Amazon Prime Video or whatever this is. This is my experience of going to Amazon Prime Video. There's a bunch of other things we can do but there's Amazon Prime Video. I think I'm still using it right now. All right, we're not gonna watch. Yes, there's Cinderella. Yes, I'm not gonna watch that. Like I said, I'm not watching it because people hated this movie because it's worse than Snow White. Yeah, like we said, Cinderella was one of those films that it's a Camila Cabello, which is absolutely bad. Yeah, this was even worse than Cinderella. Snow White with Rachel Zegler. A lot of people hated this movie, but it was a terrible live action remake when they did this thing. It's just, Snow White with Rachel Zegler, the live action remake was even worse than Cinderella with from 2021. It's worse than, it's more like Cinderella from 2021. I mean, if I would know, this is something I really don't care, because I think a lot of it's some sort of like songs like look like they turned pop hits or something, like kind of reminds me of Sergeant Pepper the movie from 1978. Yeah, it's like one of those jukebox musicals, which I hate. Yeah, people didn't like this movie. Oh, there's Mr. Ed. Where's that? Which I think it's pretty strange. There's where we can talk about Mr. Ed. There's The Greatest Showman. There's there's Mr. Ed. There's oh yes, Mr. Ed was like the last episode. I always liked that better than My Little Pony. If you like My Little Pony, go watch the Mr. Ed. That's an old show. This is why I always love horse themed shows. Little House on the Prairie. They have Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, it has a life. Yeah, there it is. I used to watch it as a child. There's a bunch of other things. Oh, and then there's PBS Retro with that Reading Rainbow. Yes, I heard the news that PBS NPR just defunding thing because of Trump. I don't follow politics here because look what they had. The issue was because a lot of people have to support to save PBS from that because of what happened is because Trump is trying to defund the networks, like the public TV networks like this is just pretty a waste of time. It's losing some of its money because of Trump. I'm not really, like I said, I don't follow politics here because I don't go into any political stuff, but anything, I really don't know why. There's a bunch of them out there. It's pretty obvious, but saying this is pretty on. It's all over there, all over the place. All right, enough said. There's Beyond Black Beauty. There's a lot of stuff. I can have to watch it because I'm going through some troubles of watching this. If you want a better one, you want to buy, or you can put here's the deal. Okay. I've got an idea. Let's put in, for example, Snow White. You see, Snow White, that's one. There's Twisters, The Outsiders. Here it is. And it's under the new movie. The top results, you have to see if it's loaded up here because... Oh, yes. Uh-oh. Here it is. Yeah, a lot of people hated this movie. Yeah, because of this one. Because, I have not seen it yet. So I'll have to give this a watch because this is not one of the better movies. I know a lot of people hated this movie. So... Yeah, because it was terribly, it was worst in the box office. It was really bad in the box office. It was terrible. But the original animated one was pretty good, but the live action one was bad. It's worse than Cinderella 2021. But there are so many adaptations of Snow White. There's also Snow White, A Tale of Terror. Then there's Snow White with the... There's also the bonus features that have that one. Snow White and the Huntsman. Yeah, that's the same features we have here. It's part of it. Then there's Snow White and the Huntsman. That's a much better movie than the live action remake. But there's also Wizard of Oz. You can still get them on... you can buy it or you can subscribe it to Max or something. Watch with Max or buy a movie for $13. That's a great movie. I always love this film a lot because I hope this is actually a better movie. It's a classic. I also have the vinyl record because my copy, the vinyl copy I have is at my brother's garage. So it's right at my brother's garage. I think I have the VHS tape of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I have the VHS tape, but it's also at my brother's garage. We can do some trade-offs here. So what my mother told me, we're doing some trade-offs here, but because this thing is going to be more of a thing. All right. there it is. I got to show a lot of these stuff on Amazon Prime Video. And there we go. That's all the stuff we have to give a little tour around it. But hopefully one of these days, if I have enough, I'll if I can start ranking up my money or whatever, got to earn it. Maybe we'll if I find something, I'll have to order it or not. Not I don't want to order it on that. So no way. I'm thinking about buying a digital copy. If I have to start save money for what my dad told me, I'd save it for a rainy day. All right. So this is it. I get to say it's very, very unusual, but it's a little confusing, but I know it's kind of frustrating, but hopefully sometimes I will buy a VHS, sometimes I will buy a cassette blanks or something. I always want to do is transfer them over to digital, but hopefully my mother was telling me not to waste any more electricity. I know it's a waste electric bill because I'm trying to see if I can limit it down to stuff so I don't want to waste electricity, so I don't want to waste electric bill. So I don't want that to happen again because this is something I have to limit it. This is very limited, but hopefully we'll have at some point in the future I will have to do. There is actually a video on how to save electricity by using the maybe I have so many surge protectors around here. There's unswitch. There you can see if you plug in right to your TV or the thing like this. That's okay, but that's fine. That will save all your energy effort to make this will have to, I haven't set up this one yet, so this will I have to go back and see if I can get two speakers from there. That'll be enough for me. Hopefully they'll do the trade-off here. So we'll have 3 tapes reel to reels because I've ordered a storage box, the empty ones on eBay. What we'll have to do is try to think about maybe I'll put a slip card to it. Then you'll set to go. All right, it's enough with this thing. So I hope you'll all enjoy this little tour on the Amazon Prime videos by going through all this stuff. So, anyways, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But if I'll let you know if you have any updates or anything, if I can do when I buy a digital copy, I'll let me know. We'll have to if you have any suggestions or anything. Well, feel free to comment below or something like that. And if you remember, like, subscribe to this channel, and I hope you all will come back in the next video. So we'll have to do something a little bit different sometime because this is just the announcements being made. I hope there's going to be a lot. Yeah, like I said, this would be a major change, a pretty big change. We're going to reduce on buying VHS and all this for something. It's not going to go anywhere, but I'm just trying to limit it. How maybe once in a while, maybe once in a blue moon or something, I will think about getting another blank VHS or a Betamax tapes, so I can record something on there, and of course some other things. I always want to record TV shows, all this stuff. So I hope you'll enjoy this. See what you're doing, or maybe we'll have to think about that one day. So I have all the stuff. It's on my external hard drive. I will get an external hard drive so I can put all the stuff in there on my computer so I can watch all the stuff in there. So at any rate, this is the one thing I'm going to be doing some changes here. So I hope you'll enjoy this little tour around this, but enough said, enough rambling. This is Chris, and I will catch you again later.